you have a phone. When is the last time you looked at it? Technology is taking over our lives and is a vital component to our society. Whether we like it or not, technology is everywhere and needed for everyday tasks. We rely on it to send instant text message, check bank balances, share photos, and check social media websites. According to Socialnomics.com, 63% of participants say that their sleep needs were not met during the week because technology makes it harder for you to fall asleep. This study shows that a 2-hour exposure to light suppresses melatonin by 22%. This may not seem like a lot, but it is. Melatonin is responsible for controlling your sleep and wake cycles. Have you ever been waiting in line somewhere waiting to check out and have no one there with you to talk to? Most of us will whip out our cell phones and quickly run through social media websites, even if it is only for a few seconds that we are waiting. How about an awkward situation? Have you ever been in an awkward situation and didn't know what to do, so you just pulled out your phone? I think we're all guilty of doing this at least once. Addiction is defined as the state of being enslaved to a habit or practice, to something that is psychologically or physically habit-forming. According to BehaviorHealth.com, psychiatrists consider mobile phone addiction to be obsessive-compulsive disorders. This can also cause major problems such as anxiety, which can lead to bigger and bigger problems with self-esteem. This may have serious consequences and can turn innocent people into criminals. How, you may ask? Cell phone addicts can easily run up their cell phone bills each month and not have the money to pay for them. By not paying for them, this is simply a crime. According to Euronews.com, researchers in Germany have now created an app to keep track of the cell phone usage on your phone, and it will tell you whether you have addictive tendencies or not. The app is called Menthol. This is beneficial because you can see exactly how much time you spend on each app each day or talking to certain people. They are currently using the data from this app to conduct studies and have so far found that on average, a person will activate their phones more than 80 times a day, which is about every 12 minutes. Researchers say that this addiction is similar to gambling because the excitement of seeing that you have a new notification makes you want to check your phone even more. Now, the question is to tell how if you're addicted, and if you are, and how to fix it. According to PsychCentral.com, the first step is to track your usage, just like I mentioned earlier. There are a couple different ways this can be done. First, you can use the app that I mentioned earlier, or you can just keep a journal. Every time you look at your phone, record what time it is and what you did on your phone. The second step is to start weaning yourself off after you have decided that you want to spend less time on your device. It is suggested that you take small steps, like cutting your usage by 10% each week until it is finally manageable. The next step is to commit to being in the moment. This means that you're using your phone because you desire to be with another person or in another place. Although this may be fine while you're waiting in a doctor's office, but if someone is trying to have a conversation with you and you're ignoring them because you are on Facebook, this is just plain rude. I can honestly say that it is one of my biggest pet peeves when you're trying to talk to someone and they're ignoring you because you are on your phone. The simplest thing to do in this situation is to either put it in your pocket or put it in your bag so it won't be a distraction. By doing this, I can guarantee that you will not only self-benefit, but you will also gain the respect of older people or elders. We've all had that one family member that is sitting at the dinner table, texting under the table, and it doesn't look like you are, but you can tell that they are because their attention is totally not in the conversation and they're not responding to what you're saying. Older members at the family table may give you dirty looks. They have a valid point, right? I mean, it is running our lives. Why not just turn it off? Wouldn't it be nice to just have peace and quiet without your phone constantly buzzing while you're trying to get this last homework assignment done? If some of these tips don't help, it is suggested that you see a therapist for addiction. Although I see this as a big deal here in the U.S., other countries have it even worse. According to AddictionTreatmentMagazine.com, some people in South Korea now carry more than one cell phone. which is making the penetration rate more than 100%. This is crazy. About 1 in 5 in South Korea are addicted to their phones, clearly. You may ask why this is. South Korea is home to Samsung, which is the world's largest cell phone maker. They have now implemented taxpayer-funded counseling available for adults only. The government is now trying to find effective programs for their youth. As some have started doing in the U.S., teachers have started collecting phones in baskets before classes. But as I stated earlier, since some of them carry more than one cell phone, this is not completely effective. All in all, cell phone addiction is real, and although it may not seem like a big deal, it can have some very negative effects. Again, the key to controlling this addiction or simple habit is to consciously be aware of how much time you are spending on your device. Experts say that this is a trend that will not stop and will need major reform to control this epidemic. So next time you unlock your phone to see if you have a message, think whether that was actually necessary.